We pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. At this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We there, we just a try. This year don't come up and dry eye. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We there, we just a try. But this year don't come up and dry eye. We pledge we love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. At this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute. At this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We salute.
For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. I guess I carpets, Gaman Keraka, Gaman Koneka, Gaman Keraka, Jamu Jam, Gaman Monica, Kai Bomb, Gaman Koneka, for the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. And they go and they beg. Then come and shake. The people that they gen. Then I go shem. They make me go to chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. And the future, forgive them by scripture. They make me go to chicken and the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. We hope to forgive them by scripture.
We pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make them fall. We let we salute.
We salute. We salute. I say no place like home. I like it talk and talk them, I like it talk and fight them.
Yes. I pledge my love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone, and I will do everything to uproot idiocy from that land. It's a pledge to God and country. Fambulem, on a good evening, on a good afternoon, on a good day. Afuma mine piari, direi, bondesia, yana, gawiena. We don't come back today. And today, we can directly address an issue because some things and they we need for speak to them with the seriousness we deserve. One of the reasons we make Sierra Leone Day as a day so now because they take things on face value. Any Jack and Tom, any idiot can talk nonsense, we clap. Any Jack and Tom, any idiot can talk what he want and say yes, not true. And in Sierra Leone, we don't equate sense to the things that we not connect with sense. We not dey find out knowledge. We dey equate am with status. Whether man dey up yonder, he talk. Ah, na true, done and they, now then get sense. You know how the man reach there? Sometimes na drug he sell. He reach up there. Sometimes na sex slave trafficking he been dey pan. He reach up there. Sometimes if they kill mortal man, they pull the part go sell. Organ exchange. He reach up there. We don't reach the stage where people learn for begin use the image and likeness of God in them, the brain, the mind, the heart. The heart na part of we thinking mechanisms. Something and you go don't see all the road, but something they tell you say no, not do this or do this. You say you dey listen to your heart. A part of the God-given mechanism where the religious books then tell we say, go ye into the world and take dominion. They're not say for take gun and cutlass or go sell cushion and cocaine for kill people picking them. For take dominion. Your money has no dominion over the heart. Your money has no dominion because God made man, man made cash. And now man has become a slave to cash. But let us ask a question. If one man has all the money, he kill all the world in one grade left, that cash go useful to her. When I been go school and teach you now one literature, one book, Treasure Island, Long John Silver. He did they get all the gentry. But even good clothes for wearing, not get them because now one day and he not to tailor, you know, savvy for so clothes. The also been then attach something again outside the soak because he not to messina, he not to carpenter. So money is a medium of exchange. It is meant to be used to transact. It's a transaction instrument. It's not a determinant of knowledge, nor is it a determinant of intelligence. Intelligence makes money, but money does not make intelligence. Okay, that's clear. Intelligence, they make money because when you use the intelligence, you produce goods and services where people they buy, you they get money. But when you get money, you're not able to use the intelligence, the money they done. You come back to zero. Today, we can't look at the issue of Abdul Will Kamara, who now they call Adebayor, and Jos Leijdekkers, where they call himself Omar Sharif, and we go examine small the connection with that name, how the name na film and the act, oh na no know. You see, some of them here, I can tell me, cause we can say, Paddy, hey, if you understand Salon, put your emotions aside. Look at issues rationally because the one they hold in a power, they know thing and they do. And then they do harm for deceiving now. Now deception, now it makes Sierra Leone dey so. A country will get the capacity for generate 15, 20, up to $30 billion annually. People and they go days without food. People are not able girls for sleep. They're not able to take care of their basic responsibilities because there is too much deception in the society. Officially, what you not get na Sierra Leone as government, that a mafioso gang of deceptors them. All now me say, if they want them gladdy, they want them vex. I don't care. Now we all papa die left Salongi we all. If then the poor day, some of who they begin raise voice. Then they know say we're not happy. I don't have to beg until I die. I'm not a rich man, but I will not beg until I die. And I not like for see me people and they suffer. I not like them. So the best I go do, I go see them the hard way. Would I want it glad? You ain't not glad. You bang it na walbo. If not so that, keep me in mind. You they make hotel for me na head. I don't care. You not get for affect me. Now they affect because now they get stress. And that stress they kill. But before they go into this topic, the deep one, and today I intend for Lucam in a very legal way. Because I don't hear Iboku talk around this. Will people are not sit down for find out? Any bundle of idiots they can and talk. That's not true. There are laws in this world that we live. And at times, some of those laws are unbreakable. But allow me co-host, let tell you how do today.
Plenty kushetena. Abonde si awanae abisi kaka. Papa minu sukuri nutung sekenungo. We may co-host the talk. Some areas and the way it reach, they give me goosebumps. Why? Because the country, as we did right now, it was past how we began 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. The country has been in a situation of yesterday better past today. Day before yesterday better past yesterday. And then today go better past tomorrow.
Well, I had it on for yesterday.
You know. So we have to begin to employ and deploy certain wise people and way now of old. People like Salako Maxwell, we talk say, let we kapu sense, let we no kapu word. Now a phrase we deep. And I go put out to Sierra Leoneans. With the kapu sense on a word there with the kapu. We sit down, then they lie and we, then they use the Bible wrongly, then they use the Quran wrongly. They tell we, say, now God now they choose leader. But we they go now voting booths for go vote. But the reality is the biblical definition of the Bible is not what they are practicing in Sierra Leone as leadership. It's far miles away. Because what the Bible talk about leadership is about serving others, using one's gift to influence and stewarding resources, responsibility. It's not about power, position, or privilege. Jesus Christ in leadership. In Osidom, let the disciple and wash his foot. Now, him team up, the disciple and sit down, him wash them foot. We show clear humility, clear service. Because there is a verse in the Bible where say, when I Matthew 20:26, it says, whosoever wants to become great amongst you must be a servant. This is not Matthew 9 talking. All man they quote the gospel. If you want to be a leader, you got to be a servant. And a leader honors and submits to the Constitution, just like how a leader, they follow Christ and influence other people then for follow Jesus Christ's teachings. Now, so a good leader, now any country, if they follow the Constitution, then if they influence the people in the country for respect and follow the Constitution. Because you cannot be a leader, you not get something where they guide you. And the Constitution is exactly what it is. Now the A to Z in how una for comport una self, how una for apply una self, how una for live within
that environment today. But are we doing that? But I want to challenge Sierra Leoneans then today. There is another verse where then a book called Colossians. That verse there tell we something we very telling. He say to we, he say that na Colossians 3:12 to 13. He say kindness, they say call for kindness, compassion, patience, humility, and gentleness. Those are the attributes where a good leader for sure. Are we seeing that in the one area where we get? And I want to put onto every Sierra Leonean, just like I say, now we borrow Salako Maxwell phrase. Na lo kapu sense, no kapu word. When I read the name Umar Sharif, that tell una say them people there and they work on a script. Mother be not in one grain they work. Waiting they go on at the country, it is consolidated. It is layered like onions. But as we go, I go tell una Urana Umar Sharif. Umar Sharif is not an ordinary actor. Now an Egyptian born 1932. Now man will get tens and tens and tens of awards. And the film the way he act, now big name film then. Why of all the names? Why of all the names? They choose Umar Sharif. I want for challenge Sierra Leoneans today for tell una for say. Then one day, yeah, then get a script. Una pay attention. Una roof day on fire. This sort of time for sleep. Una wake up from una slumber. Umar Sharif, he acts film like funny lady. He acts film like remembering. He acts film like how you call himself. He acts plenty film. Dr. Zivago, Lawrence of Arabia, funny girl. Hidalgo, Blazing Sun, and many others. This is a big actor. Born 1932, he died 2015. Why this gentleman, where now a criminal, when they look for, when they want to make fake passport for him, they use the name Umar Sharif. I would challenge everybody.
Would I use the name Umar Sharif? Would I make fake passport for him?
That is sort of the questions people should ask. They know what's in and they do. It's scripted. Papa, I pass on to you.
You see, Umar Sharif, all in films the way act, he was either a criminal or a collaborator with a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
If people don't see Lawrence of Arabia, he was one of the main actors there. We've been the work as servant to the man we been deep and crime, then he take power in the country. This is Umar Sharif in a young stage. And if we want to compare Umar Sharif in acting with Jos Leijdekkers, a lot of things then the way you defend say there is a connection. There is a connection. I want that we take time and go through some of these things because I took time to write the character synopsis of Jos Leijdekkers and how we connect to Umar Sharif as acting in Lawrence of Arabia. The role we act in Lawrence of Arabia. First and foremost, Leijdekkers in role very manipulative. And this guy, Umar Sharif in role Panafim, is manipulative. Now na the scene I ask you. strategic manipulator. That's the guy. Charismatic leader. That na the man way act as Sheikh Riyad. Complex loyalties. What in a complex loyalties? Is Leijdekkers loyalty to Sierra Leone or to an empire? Is he using Sierra Leone for his own safety and for his benefit? Or is he helping Sierra Leone? That film, Lawrence of Arabia, what in a reality show, is not too far removed from what in the happen in Sierra Leone. So, power and corruption, how then three can go side by side. Now they see so. First family involved with this guy. The second side, identity and loyalty. Now we get a country who say all the people are up yonder, then they defend their identity and loyalty through the power of the money or whatever this guy they wield around Sierra Leone. Now you don't see the whole country, all the name them from A to Z of all the big man them way they name the shop and this thing. This is all about identity and loyalty. Then the last side what they look at, cultural diplomacy and conflict. Hey, boy. All the book they claim for Sabina Sierra Leone. All we intellectuals they will get, all the lawyers and so-called will get in Sierra Leone. Then see them, one man they manipulate them. Because 30 day, 90% of these idiots that are in power in Sierra Leone have in their minds a colonized outlook of life. Now with man from Europe, he count money. And the word is going round. The word is going round. How money they Sierra Leone? Somebody call me the brother and say money they flow na salo. I say that money they when I not get for no eye they disappear. I say we don't see an Panama, we don't see an Colombia, we don't see an Mexico.
Parosho
So
money.
we try it.
Parosho money.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You see, Sierra Leoneans can for put aside three things if we want for change we country. Don't ever create a picture that you're better off than the next man. We're all corrupt. We're all corrupt. And at this corruption, now cheap guys and they manipulate so. Greed, every human being greedy. Me, they talk so are greedy. But greed, you get for learn for control them. Civilization is about learning to control what does not allow you to tolerate other people and live with them peacefully. If you cannot learn that, then you are not civilized. I don't care which title you get by back. The Sierra Leonean not ever accept I am wrong. So we can easily be wooed into nonsense because we get that blind loyalty from we oversized ego. The second thing we get for control na Sierra Leone for make we go before. We get for build a picture of we being member of a society, not society being subject to us as we wish it to be. Because if you see people in responsible offices, they go involved in drug and such it's a petty crime. I don't care whether it comes with billions of dollars. It's a petty crime because it they destroy, they create. Crime they will they create. Smuggling, you can't call them a petty crime because they create, they kill person. Not so.
Mhm.
But drug trafficking, you know why they not say drug smuggling? Hmm? Instead, they say trafficking. They use the word traffic, not smuggle. People them what they think, when they make international rules, then get specific perceptions where then they inject into their rules then they. You understand?
Yep.
They have not said drug smuggling. They say drug trafficking. People how they traffic people, they not say people smuggling. They say people trafficking, human trafficking, sex slave trafficking. That word traffic, the meaning where they attach to the crime, they tell you say it's inhuman and two, it's petty. It no matter how much, yes, they make a lot of money, billions of dollars they go through there. But it's a petty crime because your life does not hinge on money. You were born without money. The day you get for die, they go with that money. Or maybe soon we go begin make coffin them for put their idiot here the money, let them go with them. Because we don't need an aya. You understand? Let we see if that money they go prosper them after ya. We get to understand the role of money. And money and wealth not to the same thing. Money and wealth not to the same thing. Are they making clear now? Money can be accumulated and can be used to exchange for goods and services. Wealth is a sustained ability to take care of yourself or others. A wealthy man does not have to think about what money is going to spend. Okay? A wealthy society does not grumble. Norway is a wealthy society. The world now is difficult. There is recession. It's going to get worse. Just a few days ago, the government announced then they changed the minimum wage. And when they change the minimum wage, they are going to add about 200% to the minimum wage. Yes, the society has the wealth to sustain itself. That's the difference between wealth and money. Because for we, money now how much you able to spend. When you get time for spend, you wealthy. No, you're affluent. You're not wealthy. Wealth is sustainable. It goes forever and ever. When they talk about the wealth of the nation, not to cash you they talk about. They talk about the resources and the potentials of the nation. If we look at the wealth of Sierra Leone, there is not supposed to be poverty in that place. Take all the resources we'll get. Take all the potentials we'll get. Take the fact that we get a young population. Our wealth is greater than the wealth of Norway that can sustain itself. Because we don't understand the difference between money and wealth. But for me, could not go too far from the topic. Because now this misunderstanding of the difference between money and wealth, now I make people in very high offices, they go associate with petty thieves. You want to come in?
Yeah. You are very right, my brother. You know, it's really sad, you know, because the relationship we want for bring inside. I talk na earlier I say a leader na a person where they follow the constitution and encourage other people them for follow the statutes, the things that within inside that constitution. Them. And one of the things that within inside it, you cannot touch or play with drugs. It is illegal in our society. And waiting at drug trafficking, now a major source of revenue for organized crime groups. And many of whom they also they involve, as me and Pajalo the talker now, they involve other forms of serious crimes such as firearms, modern slavery, and immigration crimes.
And all
This
those qualify.
kind crime where we call
All those
trafficking, drug
crimes
trafficking.
are qualified as acts of terrorism.
Exactly. They work in one grain. They work in one grain. Any side where you see drug trafficking, it's like when you talk about HIV, syphilis not there far, hepatitis not there far, gonorrhea not there far. Most times people are working at HIV, then they carry their other things than they. And someone can even get type 1 and type 2 HIV at the same time, concurrently. So what are they saying now? Now, a dangerous thing where they create an environment we're not good for any population where one grow. Like, what you would talk about now? So now the UK now, in then get a report now UK where 4.517 people perished from drugs 2020, and it go up to 4.564 in 2021. Scotland continues to have highest number.
That 4.3 they talk about 1,000 or million.
Thousands. You know, well, I'm not sure because I don't qualify them at the documents one gets now. You know, so I'm not sure whether 1,000 or million. But the reality, they just put them on 4.517. The reality is, it's not good for the youth because now they mostly fall victim of the scourge of drugs. And now Africa or Sierra Leone, the biggest growth what we get now that area, the youth. And the youth, now the resource center for the future. If them damage now, who you hope Sierra Leone gets? Things they bad as it is. Things they bad as it is. But I'm glad the way we make the relationship with the name within the alleged drug baron, Sierra Leonean passport, Umar Sharif, this very noted Egyptian actor. So one go get for asking self, them people there, now accident or this now is script. I go tell people and say, them people there, now wicked group of people where they exploit with society, not for this for the betterment of the society, now for oil their own pockets at the expense of the people. And we should not sit and watch them get away with this. They know they do them from the word go. All the governments and what we don't get from 61 to now. Una tell me, waiting they don't achieve for we. Waiting they don't achieve.
I want that we look at these issues the way we don't raise. We may blame Julius Maadabi until thy kingdom come.
Yeah.
But the society itself is messed up. And now that we get to emphasize. Because we can do everything possible to get rid of Julius Maadabi. But I would assure you, if he goes now, the same old nonsense will continue. And nobody no able to convince me about that. You know why? You know why?
Talk to me.
Most of what in the bishop now, not to now is that I worked in Sierra Leone 20 years. I know exactly that there had been drug issues in Sierra Leone before. And the drug issue, now we come up from the sympathetic side about those of our boys and girls who are victims of it. Yes, they are. They are because Sierra Leoneans who are poor want to make money. They don't want to make wealth. The drug issue get two angles where they look at. We get the one them way, can Europe, they buy chemicals now, go salon, go make kush for destroy their young brother and sister them. The poor idiots, victims of a war, we don't know the aid from them till where them in get opportunity for can Europe. Some were resettled by the United Nations system, some came by other means. The generation we can Europe after the 1990s. You understand?
Mhm.
Now then they take the drug chemical, go back. For go make the drug in a salon. Because to them, money is the be all and end all of life. You get the one way come on a Europe. Go salon because of the geographic location of Sierra Leone. And the mass poverty, especially intellectual poverty in the educated class in Sierra Leone.
Mm, mm.
We go sit on there for use Sierra Leone as a transit port for major drug cartels. And maybe today we are talking about Jos Leijdekkers. Are we even sure he's the only one operating in Sierra Leone? Do we know how many cartels are operating in Sierra Leone? Do we even know that these cartels had been operating since Jesus was a boy in Sierra Leone? And that
That's not the way it is.
finish, sir. And that most of the funds are being used for terrorist activities? Do we know that? I don't tell you, say, this investigation don't they go on since 2019. Not so? And I tell you, say, even before 2019, there had been investigations and even findings about the 10-year war, the role of drugs, the role of blood diamonds. Yeah, they make blood diamond film, na all man sabi. But drug trafficking was involved in that 10-year war. And I was there. I knew about it. So not to Nancy story at the talk. I even know some of the major people that will be involved, but not to me business for can't mention their name. An investigation is going on. Okay? Now we are here now, Jos Leijdekkers, Julius Maada, yes. The NPRC that overthrew Joseph Saidu Momo, they had been this deeply in drugs trafficking. And Julius Maada was part of that government. You see, we country is messed up because people not they pay attention. We they talk, but not they find out facts. God not make the world out of opinion or guesswork. He make them with constructive science. Now I make scientists then they say the language of God is mathematics. Because mathematics is a logical, constructive language. We have to find out for no. Because anyhow it be, that your environment where they not in the world, other things then they happen. Find out. But Sierra Leoneans don't find out. All man then on social media, they talk. Then, what in our worst crime? We feel say, oh, because that man there on the other side, we there on this side. So everything that man is doing is what is wrong. We are always right. It's not like that. There had been drug trafficking going on in Sierra Leone, even in the last regime. Zainab Khan escaped from Sierra Leone with the help of top people in the last regime. The mother of Agnes Bio.
Exactly.
We can for begin look at the bigger picture. Now,
You know,
now
again,
they
the
now
way
bring
you just
pettiness into them. Adebayor sit down all on the cost mommy cause. Yes, nobody no let them cost him mommy, but me, from your aunt, it cost me mommy 10 business. Once you say get mommy, what it cost me mommy? Now you mama it cost 3 10. Not to me, you no more it cost. And
but
the color
again,
just
if you
done,
notice,
sir. Now, everybody concentrates on, oh, then say for extradite Adebayor, before then go get Leijdekkers. Can't we see its deception?
or the largest,
We have to stop talking and start thinking in Sierra Leone. Whose convention you don't hear they make say Mamikos is a crime? There are conventions against drug trafficking. There are conventions against money laundering.
yeah,
There are conventions against human trafficking. There are international laws against all those things. No sign not then they say Mamikos na crime. Now agent then they cost Mamikos pass anybody. Then get them what now we them vex Helveta. A bad word than if anybody know. Helveta. But make Norwegian say Helveta na 1 second. American man they cost pass anybody. Yes, we not perfect. Adebayor gets in tricks. Me say for the talk so I get me tricks. But do we have to deceive ourselves for not wanting to do what is right? Over to you, sir.
you know, I'm glad the way you don't begin to connect the dots. When you talk about the involvement of NPRC with drugs,
There is more.
and
I not go see
now,
now.
now, now, I want to connect them to we anti-corruption boss Ben Kefala. We talk about Renaissance. What's in a Renaissance? Rebirth. So the rebirth of the drug business don't come all over. It's not funny. We have to bring them in here to life because it make a big noise. Renaissance. Now these are the Renaissance where they talk about the rebirth of drugs. Now that will be the
Not to
predict.
him. What thing they predict, I go
No.
tell you, Asabi. But
You
they
know,
left alone,
you
man,
see,
don't know about that, but I go tell you, I'll talk today.
yes, yes, yes. You know, you see, any society where masses are poor, it's easy for manipulate. Now that make any civilized society like the Scandinavia, then get a belief system where they are the core center of the society for try for raise people standard. Because when people then standard are raised, in fact, in some areas, then they give affirmative actions for where they build certain groups them were vulnerable. Because that's the only way you're not going able to contaminate them. Because what you go take foolish them, then they eat beef, they get water and they pump, they get all the basic fundamental what they need. So you cannot pollute them. If you look at the way the system they work, now make them they tell we when you look at sociology, you look at the social aspect and the spiritual issues they work in talk about Naya. In any society where you go in the world, the parents will born you get a lot for do with who that you turn out to.
Or the society will grow.
Yes. Or the society where you grow. 10 chances to 1 people that will come up from affluent families. They get advantages over the poor. They get a head start. Now that make most social democracies them, then they try for create a balance when they give support to this at the bottom. For many say go come up so they go get equilibrium, social equilibrium. But in real societies, in Africa, Sierra Leone in particular. That is the whole reason the political class and the intellectual class not they bother with that because they want them to remain at the bottom so that they go to trample on them. Now, it makes sometimes some people like to use, we all know the meaning of grassroots, but sometimes I can feel to say that they use grassroots because for them it is deliberate. They wanted them to be grass. They not say,
the mass, I mean.
yes, for them system, when they go mass dog shit up and the grass and they can't wait to the soups. So me,
Yeah,
literally,
because people they allow that.
because it looks like that they happen. Because from when we get independence, what thing successive governments don't do for lift the people them up. Because any society where the masses is not lifted up, things will not work because the people that wait for ask the question, now they're at the bottom.
Yeah.
And where you then at the bottom?
And not to only ask question. The majority of the people you consider as irrelevant, they are the ones who drive the economy.
Exactly.
If they don't work, nothing is produced. If they don't produce, no wealth is created. And you know, what you get for begin look at, we are entering a new era in the human history. It has started in America. Aid dependency, we therefore begin re-examine them. That free money, where they make with a gladdy and stupidity, they call people their own stranger international partners, they can't don't know. And the road don't begin so. Right now, America, they get out of Boku thing. Europe, therefore, take more responsibilities. And because of that, then free money where European Union been they give Africa, they reduce so.
Well, you talk one word just now, you call them relevance. And that's with the area with politicians then, where not get empathy for the people that they use every day and not go make them relevant. But you as a public person, where meant to serve them, it is your duty to make them relevant.
But now,
create the education where they need.
The people make that happen.
Providing the environment for make them grow. Now they get for create that. But the thing is, you know, every time you look at the situation.
Imran.
Yes.
The people created that condition. And some of us who speak against it are seen as the enemy.
Well, that's why we are trying to tell them to wake up from their slumber.
Me not they try, me they talk. I would want to gladdy, would want to not gladdy.
Because
I don't
this is
care
not
anymore.
sustainable for we all. Because
I'm not trying.
At the end of the day, if they talk for say they're not relevant, when are you supposed to make them relevant? Because when you're not a politician, that is your role. That is exactly what your job description entails.
To be Imran. Imran,
yes.
Life is a two-way street. It's not a one-way street. Oh. That is what it is supposed to be. But if the people, and especially us who think we're educated, they encourage the people the way they treat with impunity for feel relevant. You think so then go feel say we with the Dongyand are relevant?
Well.
Not say how I sit down at the diaspora, then they count, then 2 and 6 bend foot, then they can make town hall meeting when they get they go listen to the nonsense.
You see,
do you want change in Sierra Leone? Do Sierra Leoneans want change in Sierra Leone?
They do, but do they mean
it? Are they come? Answer me question, yes or no?
Yes, they do.
If they do, then they should stop encouraging these idiots to come overseas. I want you to listen to this.
Yes, I'm listening.
Here is a party called the All People's Congress. They don't sit down and do rotorata. Then lost election. Then a group of them don't begin to come. Now, all over the place, you see, all man, they post picture. Son of the soil, son of the sky, son of the water. I don't want to talk bad word now. It's not public
My
place.
brother, APC used to be
Are
APC.
they come? And you have people who are shouting for them. And these guys will come here. They'll come to London. People will go there in their forks, droves, to go and clap for them. How do you expect these people to change when you keep them on the mental platform that what we are doing is right? If that guy say I can't oversee, nobody no goodie. He call you now for neighbor, I can't London, he say na business. Not to me, you can't see. I swear to God, in the beginning, we say things don't change.
My brother, to start with, let's examine the APC where you call.
Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic, Sierra. Let us stop pointing blames. Let us start taking responsibility.
All People's Congress, all people Congress. Congress is a place where they can converge for have a conversation, for have a debate, for discuss. Now be the place where everybody they come, all People's Congress. But it is no longer all People's Congress. The A don't turn to S. SPC. Now some People's Congress.
Who that creates that?
Some People's Congress.
Who that creates that condition? God?
It is now meant exclusively for the affluents, for the bomber them. They unlock the door and the people in the outside. When they want for talk now during an escrow government, then they talk for say, we they go talk behind back door. We they go talk behind closed doors. In politics, you don't talk behind closed doors. You they talk na veranda, all my transparency. Any political party will let for go talk behind. Na Congo sir, if you want for talk, allow talk na front door, na veranda you do. But let we left that for 1 minute. Let we come to the subject we talk about now. People they make this comparative analysis between this drug baron and Adebayor. That really troubled me. Because you go mix moral issue with a criminal issue. And in some society them, where they go say self na moral issue, if you push for let you get any kind of redress, it will be a civil matter. It not going to ever be criminal. But drug trafficking, now international crime, where don't cost millions of lives, it don't cost. So if anybody make such a despicable, disgusting, low-life comparison, it just shows how reckless these guys are. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to cause any injury. Possibly if they cause injury, something as psychological.
Well, I'll be one we
finish me point what they make here. Now, people when they make this kind of comparison, that shows say this government's not serious. And all other
government is the people of Sierra Leone.
And the people of Sierra Leone self, as I can always say, one person not a poor country. What in matter they do so, if you not get people them where compliant, where they work with them, he would not be doing what he is doing. But he gets them inside APC, he gets them inside SLPP, he gets them now the independent supported people. So the reality is, if you get a leader, if people are not a follower, now slowly they stroll. So if you're not a leader, you need people for work with you, for let you succeed. If you not a dictator, for let you stay in power, for let you continue for cause mayhem, nightmare, and mass sufferings by the people there. You can forget people that when they help you coordinate, you plan them, help you implement, you plan them. The man get them plenty, beaucoup. Some from the north.
You want to know why Adebayor is a criminal in Sierra Leone?
And because they want for
I don't like talk about I want talk as soon as I go school.
Go on, Daddy.
Adebayor is a criminal because the people that will get the moral and ethical commitment for change society, then all they connive with the criminals they will get as government for say, Mami cause na crime. Your religious leaders, your intellectuals. You see, if we want a salon change, law pull party and what law look at the holistic picture. Everybody in Sierra Leone, they make noise about Abdul Will Kamara, commonly known as Adebayor. Since then, they talk about Jos Leijdekkers, na salon. Almost of them same people here, where they make noise, don't say thing. You know why? If somebody can get sacked as Chief Justice, then send him as ambassador. You need to ask why he accept that. Especially in a society where drug trafficking and everything don't come into play. Read the maths, read the calculus. You see, I always tell and I say the intellectuals in Sierra Leone, now they're responsible for the nonsense with the
Totally.
God.
Totally.
From all this Leijdekkers issue come up, have you heard any statement from the opposition political parties? A drug trafficker in Europe, if the government refuse to take action, if that government not take then that's the pull their power.
But that's
Because the opposition parties them, then they come after the helter-skelter. You understand?
Yep, true.
Because they know the gravity of what is going on. From before this Leijdekkers issue, where Kush issue come up in Sierra Leone, you don't hear any official stance of the opposition political parties. And who are the key members at the camp?
Mhm.
Who are the key members in these opposition parties? Assumably highly educated idiots, some passing as lawyers. Now they custody, they would want to come after me.
Well, they are one of the biggest fools, that particular profession, the way you call. They are the ultimate crooks, them, the lawyer, them. Because then they take part for all the mix-up when they take place in that country today. And it's very sickening. It's about time them well.
Again for continue for be sickening until thy kingdom come. Because Sierra Leoneans don't want to face the truth and don't want to stand the truth.
When they talk in question, the people not ever charge him for any crime. He's not a criminal. We get a social media person, when they call Kutubu professor, then charge him, then try him in the absentia, then convict him. So why they not ask him? That's well back to tribalism. You see,
I know why we go that angle.
They come, allow me, please. Allow me.
I have told you cannot solve the problem by using...
No. Allow me, please. There are serious relationship here we get to do with that.
Not, sir.
No, well, let me speak, please.
Go ahead.
Sierra Leone don't happen to be a society now. Everything when they go on at the country is either partisan, it become a party issue, or it become tribal issue or regional issue. And that is dangerous. And that is another bad mix. Why, if they want for extradite somebody, if them get somebody when more suited for extradition, he come out of the south, they not call his name. Kutubu is being charged, convicted in his absentia. Why they not after them bringing camp? That somebody will come up from the north, we got a northern name. So whether you like it or not, that's another reality. Because if you get a country where people are not discuss on issues based on their merits, but rather their focuses are either tribe, region, or political party. Because if you notice anything debate what they get to that country, they find a way for become either partisan or tribal or regional. And now I see many times when they get a discussion, if you want to elect somebody, oh, if one be so, one for be Christian, one for be Muslim. It's all crazy. What you should be talking about are the people competent. Me not care if presidents are both Muslim, vice president and president, if they're competent, who cares? If they're both not Christian and competent and they do the job, who really cares? All the rhetoric they are and then cliches they are whether they bring about, it's not helpful. It's not helpful.
I no wonder we spend time on that because we'll be missing the point. Abdul Will Kamara comes from the same ethnic group as Julius Maada.
No, now Mama come from that side. He is from the north. Just like all of us, we get combination of.
Who said they are not Shabros in Cambia district?
There are Shabros in Cambia district. There are Shabros in Samu Chiefdom and in Bolum. There are
Shabros in Lunge, Kafu Bulom.
Yes, all around the water sources. Then our water.
You cannot solve a problem using the method that caused the problem. And I'm not here to speak to ignorance. I'm here to educate Sierra Leoneans.
No, am I, sir?
The issue of tribalism. Allow make me point, sir. The issue of tribalism are not a goodie because I cannot be part of a stupidity. When I was a small boy, they gave me a name, Above and Beyond, meaning that I should stay thinking above and beyond certain things. The issue here is Kutubu was charged and whatever for a reason to intimidate him. The same intimidation tactics, and they use so, they say, forget Adebayor. Exactly. They know, let me tell you now, they know it's impossible. It's part of the deception. But the Sierra Leonean public does not find out to think above and beyond the nonsense. So it becomes an issue. There are international rules that cannot allow. They tell you na today, na me say, until thy kingdom come, they will not extradite Adebayor. But if Julius Maada allow Leijdekkers for come out to go other side, or in Dede, hand over, the repercussions on Sierra Leone, now the one they clap for Julius Maada now then get for some.
And the masses always they pay the price. That's the pattern.
They deserve it because they stop thinking.
That's the pattern.
They deserve it. Mister, they deserve it. Life is not a part of sympathy. It's a part of think, act, and use empathy. It's not a part of sympathy. If you have a brain, you cannot use it to think. You allow the man for use you, now business. Just like America, they don't begin grumble. Somebody call me, hey, I said, not to me business, no call me. We will not tell you now before election. So I don't want to know. That's what they call sympathy. I not get them in me. Empathy I get. What is right is what I'm concerned about.
Well, you know what's in Sierra Leone.
People of Sierra Leone deserve whatever they suffer. And maybe that suffering go make them sober up and left for the elect idiots or deal with idiots.
Well, as things they now, we not support what is right. We not fight for what is right. Rather, we fight for who that we like, who that we famble to, who that we go school with, who that we come on at the same time with. And that is so unfair. But it makes them say justice system. The word justice, it comes from being just, not fairness. Any society where fairness not the people not they trust one another. And if trust not the center cannot hold. Because it's like way board go for go. eat food na ground. We trap the missile once. You go see how
I want to read this thing as it is prepared because it's a research document. And they do a comparative analysis between Abdul Will Kamara and Jos Leijdekkers within the law and international laws them. Adebayor is not guilty of any internationally extraditable crime, and here is why. One, nature of allegations. The Sierra Leone government has accused Adebayor of inciting unrest and criticizing the government through social media platforms. These allegations are primarily political in nature, relating to freedom of speech and political dissent. International extradition laws. Under the international law, particularly the European Convention on Extradition and other relevant human rights frameworks, political offenses are generally not grounds for extradition. I'll repeat that. Political offenses are generally not grounds for extradition.
That is so clear.
That's a no.
No, it's a no, definitely.
Okay? Netherlands, where Adebayor resides, has robust legal protection for freedom of speech and political asylum. They will not go against that. The Dutch legal position, the Dutch government. The Dutch government has rejected previous extradition requests from Sierra Leone, citing the political nature of the accusations. The Netherlands upholds strong human rights standards and is unlikely to extradite individuals for political dissent or activism. 4, no criminal conviction. There is no evidence of Adebayor being convicted of any internationally recognized criminal offense such as terrorism, money laundering, or other transnational crimes that warrant extradition.
None at all.
The accusations are largely related to his activism and criticism of the government, which are protected under human rights, international human rights law. The conclusion here is Adebayor is not guilty of any internationally extraditable crime. Now, let's go to Leijdekkers. Is he extraditable? Yes. The European Court of Justice and broader European legal framework provides several legal instruments that counter Sierra Leone's request to extradite Adebayor in exchange for Jos Leijdekkers, especially given the political nature of the allegations against Adebayor.
Totally.
On the grounds of Leijdekkers, Adebayor, all them legal instruments here obtain. I'm not going to waste time for read them. Who that want, I go send the paper game, send a request. Okay? So it is clear. It's a clear court case, but you know, we people themselves them wicked pan themselves, Imran.
Of course. For that person abuse you, now you get for give permission.
Wicked. When any Jack and Tom they can't talk then clap. Now see no matter bio. Don't go talk bullet for bullet. Now see no matter bio, don't go say we know they kill again.
It's okay, Bamba Ode. That's okay.
We don't open up the political space. We know the people in the game. We say violence will go away. We say violence will
We must analyze
Now,
this.
we don't open up the political space.
Analyze it.
We know the people in the game. We say violence away.
I want to let people understand Creole. Creole self get past participle. When person say, they kill person again, that means to say, now admission of guilt. Say if they kill people and trade. So the man don't admit publicly say na a killer. Well, one thing where we left the end, let we be just saying with comparative analysis, say Adebayor commit crime. With this kind of admission, what this man make publicly say, they kill person again. Do you think any responsible government will release anybody for going to a country where they torture? We already see a woman where get a political views. When a Canadian citizen, you get a dual citizenship. In a language, na jail right now in Sierra Leone. For only expressing a political views. APC, no say don't know. And then Yomkela say in international, he worked for United Nations. Before that, they talk about electricity when they work. Because they talk like
is an agriculturist. He's never talking about agriculture.
Well, now so we don't have Sierra Leone. You know, see, we get one chief minister, a celebrated carpenter. Then they come out, oh, that man they want cheap, that man they this. Shenga is a celebrated carpenter. Now, man, when they make food for
And is an agriculturist.
And then agriculture.
Why they not talk about agriculture?
Then that's the syndrome of putting round pegs in square holes. So what you would talk about Naya? Me man, sometimes when I can look at everything as it unveil, you say, let them bring this man come. But with legal system, they work. Ever they work. Anybody who can have power, you see policeman at map say, well, we the police there, they work with the government of the day. Now would they support? You are not supposed to support them. You are supposed to have the people of Sierra Leone and make sure say you maintain law and order. And the president and every Sierra Leonean, it is under the law. But Sierra Leone, from what they say, now instructions from above. That means to say the president is over the constitution. The constitution is beneath. And that should not be the case. All the things where they happen, it is contrary. And I go put on to you. And all the Sierra Leonean where they listen to me. This is so clear. Since when Mother Bio take power in that country, he deliberately don't violate the constitution in so many ways that he stopped for use the constitution. So now it is ruled by decree. Now what he want to do, they do. We see then there's there where he come out, he talk say the time when they get him is too short, and not able to do what he's supposed to do, this, that. That is expressing his intention. But when people they listen, they listen the words them way they talk. But when person they talk, there is a quiet speech in what they say. And mostly, what people they talk, there is more undercurrent underneath. Talking if you buy a bear, it call pantap now under one. So when you look under, the man they try for tell una say, because time not day, he go try for extend time for himself. He's working on that now. So they don't run himself. He just can't begin to put him.
Don't tell me, don't do them.
Yeah, he can't begin to put him to una. Let una they get used to it. Yeah. Because you see, the man don't get away with murder. The man don't do a lot of things that we not for do. We all see don't they look at me happen. Now that's make I can talk these people like they're not like that. Why I can say we are all part of the problem in the country. You want them, the 2% then are active contributors. Then the 98% we are passive contributors. When you look at The active and the passive, we are all contributors. So none of us go put we hand them up, say, oh, we are free from blame. So if we're really serious about this, let's forget about blame and let we hold on to the issues then and try for find a common ground for resolve them problem there. Because we go put on to una. That man don't expunge the death penalty without using the constitution. In not do as how the constitution
follow the procedure, not follow the
procedure. Not follow the procedure at all. So technically, remove, expunge the death penalty. Because
that penalty cannot be removed by executive order.
It cannot. It cannot. If I get 2/3 majority, after we get a 2/3 majority, if I take come to the people in a form of referendum, but not do that. But it passed them anyway. So, una tell me, because there is a subject called epidemiology, the study of trends. If you look at all the behavioral trends from where it take power to now, believe you me, is going to change the constitution. And if they continue to behave so, there's nothing anybody can do about it. So if we don't want that, it is about time we start organizing ourselves properly and tie with belts that we demand them, and the woman and tie them order, say, hey, wait a minute. We have a constitution. We're above you, we're above we all. Not also the constitution say, and this should not happen. And where are the lawyers? They all want to be politicians. Where are the academics? That is, with PhD holders, then before them be the one where they start the discourse for dealing with their issues there, because now other country, that's what they do. The only person who don't do that kind of discourse in our country for try for help with country for grow. Now Lamina Sanko. So now Lamina Sanko one Greenland book. Where are the others? Somebody like Desmond Luke, he be resigned because Sheki tried to do something where he not do, where he not be foreign minister. Then this Boboya, what they call recently, where he said I respect him. What's that boy name who resigned recently from the SLPP? Anyway, one fellow resigned recently. These are the kind of people we forget. He's a lawyer and he realized that what did he do? He wrong. In a deputy minister of the police. He said he cannot work in short environment. He left. Yeah, Jamiru. Jamiru left. Respect to him. Those are the people we should be talking about. Those are the people we should be expecting to come forward for leadership. Because a leader, therefore, follow the constitution, just like how a leader therefore follow Christ and inspire others for follow Christ's teachings. That's what the Bible says about leadership. So in politics, in a democracy, a leader should only and solely focus on the constitution and encourage the population to do as well. If we all use that as we common value, the ethical foundation in which we function our society, we're not going to do with this. So, I don't know what you think, sir.
Everybody is a leader.
Exactly.
Every member of society is a leader. Because everybody get the capacity for direct things. The first and most important thing that we all direct and to which we are leaders is our basic individual lives. If you cannot direct your life and you depend on others to direct it from you, then you are the biggest idiot passing through the face of the earth.
When you look at government policies, you're right.
Not a government, they talk about natural existence. Every human being is a leader, leading himself. What is not right Don't allow it. Don't make amends because you want favors. Favors are created by people. Your religious book tells you that you are made to take dominion over the earth. If you sit by, don't think, don't use your resources, and now you allow other people to control you, then you have yourself to blame. Because everything we do in this life does not come from outside, it comes from within us. What we think is what we become. You know why I'm going down this route? Sierra Leoneans should stop being extroverts. Sierra Leoneans should stop being external, waiting for things to happen. There is magic. The magic is within you. If you don't awaken that magic within you, if you allow it to be controlled by others, especially through the use of fear, because that's what others use to control people.
Well,
two things where the human being they use for controlling company human being, now fear and chaos. The United States, they see all two of that, they go on right now. Because some people want to take total control. But in order for work now the United States, you know why they work?
but the people in mind liberated.
Yes.
No,
We here for work to we. You know why they work?
because we bring in a furniture in it.
No. We bring no to furniture.
They won't
The
really.
fact is, we they follow the footpath of our forefathers. They were colonized, so we still they allow the colonialism. We know they ask that question, say, if I meet me papa as a drunkard, I not for be drunkard. We all they be drunkard because now that we meet.
I'm glad we bring this aspect.
You understand?
I get you exactly.
If we want to change Sierra Leone, we should stop talking and start thinking. Now they say this, but people now they seem to understand what they say. And the other thing the Sierra Leonean get forget at the back of your mind. You go to church to praise Jesus. You go to the mosque to praise Muhammad. If those two people listen to what people said against them, they will never preach what they had preached. And at the time when they preached it, they were the enemies of the society they preached. Today you bribe your pastor for Jesus to recognize you. You give zakat to your imam for Muhammad to recognize you. And yet, right in your face, things that were worse past what immediately happened the time of those two men, then they do now they clap. Who is fooling who?
Then kill Jesus Christ in your own community.
Who is fooling who in Sierra Leone? Because I am Fulani. So any Fulani can talk slush to me and answer, say yes, not true. No, I don't go that way. Because I was born in Freetown of connections to Northern Province. So I forget that blind loyalty and sympathy to people from that area. No, I am not. And if Sierra Leoneans take that as a maxim, a lot of these problems will disappear naturally.
Go away quickly.
We don't need to fed, cause, and kill each other.
If I don't
Anybody who come and talk nonsense to you, tell and say, yes, I don't hear you, but I not believe what you talk.
In fact, in this day and age of our lives, I cannot imagine, say, we still allow this kind level of colonialism to take place.
Because the day and age no matter now, what's in the inside we matter.
Man, when you hear people that they hear war for MCC, when you hear people that they hear war for aid, when they talk for saying they can't stop for give America, they can't stop for give aid. Oh, they can't pay this and that. We get more to offer to America than America gets for offer to we.
Why
then
not?
what in people that they fail for realize They aid there, now soft policy. Then they use for control we. So then they wave up before we face. Say jump. They carry the train, then the animal in a circles. When they put the banana, then the monkey jump, then they clap. That is exactly what we are, how then they use we. Because a very popular Africanist, Sankara, what did he talk? He said the man that feeds you controls you. Who that they feed you now they control you? So if we continue to take aid in them people there they are, we continue the effects for MCC, we go there exactly outside the one.
Again for continue for do that until the kingdom come. You know why?
When you talk about this corona, I make a bring and come because it.
You know why?
Live and kicking.
You know why?
Yes.
When I know they look inside, when they look outside. The man way then connive then give away 12.8 billion metric tons of iron ore at Tonkolili. Right now, as I speak, they are mining over 200 million tons, metric tons per annum from Tonkolili. 200 million metric tons. If you multiply them by the present global price of iron ore, if Sierra Leone can get only 20% of that profit as royalty, we no need for they go bigger.
We don't. We are self-sufficient.
But people and they clap for those people who sold our resources cheap. On social media, there are people who say these are the blessed people. What they think? We get swear. We get swear. Me get swear because I they think and talk to. All right. Thank God I know they sleep on deck. I get clean water for drink from a well.
You see, even
I have enough food to eat. You will get your get blessing. You they sleep hungry. You know, get for begin talk this thing as it should be said. With people and get for come out from that dumb mentality. If man they go thief self, let thief come where the majority the better. You know, say Nigerians and different from Sierra Leoneans. Nigerians they come out, they hustle. Then they do all kind bad thing for get money. Then take and go now then country, go put up on business. You go to Nigerian villages, you they meet things and they happen, they like any city or town in Sierra Leone. You know, now begin face the fact, Imran. We get for change a lot of things we'll be living in Sierra Leone if we want that country.
And one of the things then what we get for change, Sierra Leone.
No, that's what they put blame. Julius Madabio, he meet Tijan Kaba and they sell drugs. Tijan Kaba and Pekin be involved with Ahmed. He go down in Nigeria. In Zainab Kande Abdul Kamara and then they sell drugs. Yep. And Escomines and then they sell drugs.
Yep.
Now we don't get worse. When Madabio come out, they get worse than Madabio in them.
Because Sierra Leone, we always they change khaki for replacement.
We always they look for blame. We not they look for solve a problem. So if we want to change leaf, we change khaki, it's always going to be the same process until that.
Also within IASO right now, how we get here. Now, partly, the fact say we know the follow instructions. Any society will not follow instructions. People know the better. Because instructions are not by accident. They're there for a purpose. Even when they go to examination hall, you get question paper, now instructions. The one that will follow the instructions, and in the past, then give you time in that instructions, then give you the amount of question wait for answer, and how you for answer them. Look, simple instructions. Kaba done the office. He left clear instructions on his desk. Say for extradite or therefore deal with Madabio. Clear instructions. You as the successor, then you senior colleague, we don't retire. your predecessor. He left clear instructions. He sabi the issues then pass you. He don't study the issues then. He said this man for go ICC because he don't do a risk assessment. He knows that this man not good for the society. He made a decision based on facts. Where has chromatic office? Where he can? He no act upon the instructions within here. Rather, he give a clumsy excuse. He say now because of national cohesion. But now the same national cohesion.
National cohesion, this.
Yes, now it's the same national cohesion. Now he make a predecessor tell and say, this man not good for national cohesion. Man when team up na public, he talk say, in they use bullets for bullets. Man when they talk for say, even India and Eskroma, I go arrest you, I go treat you like I have to treat you because you not keep quiet. Who ever told you say when somebody retire, he go cease for being citizen in a country? You know Kenyatta. You know they participate in politics. You know even go before policeman and tell them we're not shooting them picking them.
They come. You don't raise a point where
that just done quick. I get a thoughts now with it go on. So he not do him. He left the man. That is a perverting the cause of justice. The same reason why you talk say you know they charge the man for. Now the same reason you predecessor instruct you say therefore deal with this man. That same Monday, go court before you convoy. Attempted coup, done in a state crime, not to against you, not against the state. All man go talk to you, let you act. You not act. That you pervert another cause of justice. Then Ebola come. You get so many SLPP conservatives there in the country. We don't serve that country. They don't serve the party. Man like John Benjamin. You not call them, you give them money for them. Go talk to people about Ebola. You call Adebayor. That was a sign saying, now the one for left Napa, where they lie to people and say, this na regime change. Who that get that instructions there? Where did that instruction come from? These are all questions we have to ask. One person just come out, he talk something, nobody not ask him, who that instruct him? Who said the instructions come out? So when you look at all them things there, it make you know exactly what is the problem. Because any Pekin will not take instruction from your mama. When you go to school, you not take instruction from your teacher. When you not take instruction from your teacher, you not go take instruction from your supervisor at work. You not go learn book, you not go keep a job, you not go prosper. So instruction are a vital tool for success in life. Papa, I give way to you.
You see, I like to inform people. Number one, that's you then say Kababin shape okay, Adebayor na ICC, na hearsay. The truth about it is there, and I know it. I'm not at privilege to say it here because I don't want to endanger somebody I consider a friend. Okay? There was a case prepared for Adebayor for the ICC and S refused to sign. But it did not come from Tijan Kaba. The person who prepared the case therefore resigned office for that. He is a personal friend to me. Secondly, for say a past president not get right for talking a country, now to Sierra Leoneans, people like Adebayor go talk that. You know what he do? You know what he do?
Yeah, talk to us, talk to us, please.
You people don't find out, so they can tell you any crap. Anybody who be done be head of state, they get a level of security clearance about what in they go on at the state waiting for the report to them. Because That word statesman is not about Imbelai big or Introsisai boss nine ways. It's about his experience whilst in office and how it can be used to further the interests of the state.
Yeah.
Being a statesman means you get level of security clearance, certain level of information for they go to you for the give advice to the government when they're in power. But in Sierra Leone, that does not happen because government in Sierra Leone is a clan issue. It's not a national issue.
Total. I agree with you totally.
That's why I'm here talking, because I want to educate Sierra Leoneans for them to know what they need to know so that this nonsense will stop in Sierra Leone. Some of us don't have time anymore. This is February. In April, I'm going to be 70. So I have to ensure that I begin to give the correct material, especially to the young people, let them come out of that bracket where we've been there. Ernest Koroma, as ex-president, should have a level of security clearance for getting information about the state. Ernest Koroma, as ex-president, has a right to talk about issues connected with the state. But he has not been talking. They'll face that fact. Right now in no soul, then go kill people, then they never see.
To the highest level.
You see, these guys can fool others, but they cannot fool some of us.
Not all of us. They can fool some of the time, but not all of us. No. And not every time.
In organized societies, as long as you don't dabble in politics, you get level of security clearance because they trust you. Say you get where they manage information. Most times I don't tell you, say there are things I know I will not even discuss with you. Because I don't want to put certain processes or people at risk. You understand? If we get for the talk about what Adebayor they do to Ernest Koroma, if you ask me, Ernest deserves everything he's getting from Adebayor. If you go pull Bomana bush, you can't keep an eye on say na ipadi. If Israel picking, you know kill him. The day that Boma ready for Swella, nobody know they go help you.
And from your 8 party, they begin Swella you.
You understand? Look at Alpha Kanu. They clap today. They talk without much they will fever like them bush arata or they cause Lassa fever. They justify nonsense. This thing has gone more than far.
Biggest insult, and the people that sit down, they watch, they keep them.
They sit down, they insult the people, their integrity. That integrity, or then they insult Sona Sierra Leone. It's worse than the Mami cost where they cost now Netherlands.
Well, that is
because that integrity, or then they insult. That integrity, they bring anger, hunger, poverty, and anger in the society. If there is any political upheaval in Sierra Leone today, the people in power are responsible. Because when a man is hungry, he's angry.
I'm glad the way you bring this aspect and this discussion.
The government we have in Sierra Leone is promoting terrorism.
That is.
Now they have a terrorist in their midst, then they justify not for take out because they want to deceive the people. They buy the customer because they imam, then pastor, all the clap for them. Not true. Let them bring and come.
You see that area that we bring cancel?
Hypocrisy has to stop.
People are hypocrite, people are brainless, they're classless, and obviously
they're not brainless. They know what they are doing.
Government is totally clueless. Because if you're not government, people are disgruntled, then protest. Because Mamikos not protest. It is your responsibility to ask them, just like every website where they go in the world, they get reviews. Mommy cause a bad review. Then they try to tell you say something is not right that you're doing. If you get empathy, you're sensitive to the people in need. That is the whole mark where even Adebayor, if we get president, if we don't call him, say, you they do
He no need for column. He know what he make the man they cost mommy cost. Just correct it.
he owe that duty of care for know what he make the people unhappy or what he make them they cost. Because any sign at the world, when somebody they angry, you go ask them what he do, what he happen.
Imran.
But they're not interested. They don't care.
Imran.
Yes.
A state has the capacity to know everything about everybody in the state, within and without the state. I'm telling you because I've been a statesman before in Norway. As I sit here, I have access to levels of security clearance. The mechanisms are there. We get all the institutions in Sierra Leone. They no say the people then they suffer. But these idiots don't care.
They don't care. They don't want to know.
That's an issue for Adebayor. They should know that where there is social disparities, there has to be issues of discontent. Where there is discontent, there is anger.
Anger, yeah.
Then they have to set up a mechanism to research. Why is this anger? Now you can sit down how they talk about beverage report. Then we go call beverage or AXA. They saw what is wrong. They say, let us find out. Then say, you form a team, do this research. He did this research. He came with the answers. Yeah. They tried to implement it. Why shouldn't it happen in Sierra Leone?
Well, Sierra Leone, to start with, if they write reports, I don't care how much, how much report they don't write as Sierra Leone never implement. They don't follow instructions. Now, part of the problem, we don't follow instructions because people then take them time. If an insult, for let people then sit down, then use the internet, then do the research, then do the case study, then come with recommendations. They don't apply, don't do, because they don't care what the people and they go through. Amen. And for me, that is what I find very distasteful.
Imran, you know why I became a victim in Sierra Leone? You think say now nowhere she done on social media they talk? When I was in Sierra Leone, I used to go to SLBS every week. Would they go talk to people them on radio and TV? I used to write in newspapers. Go and ask about me. There had been several recommendations made. Not so now we begin.
No. Not begin now.
Your bloody intellectual class is recalcitrant and callous in Sierra Leone.
Totally. Reckless. Wicked.
And it's high time we begin to tell them that. Because at the end of the day, what in they go on so in Sierra Leone, now a part of destruction the country they go to. And now, Traden have been 2 parts. Now it don't be 3. Trade, it was between social upheaval, we go cause another war, we go kill people, or hunger, killing people. Now we don't get the 3rd factor, the factor of drugs and terrorism in the mix. So,
dangerous combination.
Would I understand what in governance mean? And know the level of danger we Sierra Leone mapa. And what it make am worse? Between 2015 and now, we get a population with over 60% under age 35. This is the population that is being systematically destroyed by a few hustlers. Because if somebody then at that age is not able to get a structured life, in the next 10 years to 15 years, it don't reach so much destitute condition that it will be very difficult for bring that person back to form.
Mhm.
So the population will for put pressure for give skills, let them produce goods and services. We go bring wealth into the nation, we they turn back, destroy them. And what it make am worse, we they allow foreigners for come with them drugs into the society. And now those foreigners are going to take advantage of the destitute people,
Yeah. Desperate.
put them and dump them.
Mhm.
Very soon, we will begin hearing about gang killings in Freetown, as it was happening in Mexico and Colombia. Because we don't even know. Let me tell you, say, are we even sure it is only Jos Leijdekkers that is in Sierra Leone? Are we sure about that? Are we sure there are no other gangs that may soon want to engage in power play? And that power play will be a bloody crisis in Sierra Leone.
We see how it happened in Mexico. We see how it
You
happened
see,
in Colombia.
if Sierra Leoneans
How it
ask
happened in
me,
Bolivia.
if Sierra Leoneans ask me, and if they want an answer, all the present batch of politicians, tell them to go to hell
They all have to go. We have to clean up the system.
and see how beautiful Satan
I
is.
don't care which party orientation they come from, but this batch of politicians, old and new, young, they should all go because they are all contaminated. They are all full of the same virus. You know,
young people can do better. Now, young people, they would matter because they destroy Salonso.
but look at the Minister of Information. Me, they call her Minister of Disinformation. I cannot sit down and imagine the kind of words them when they come on at that body mouth. You know, people don't know the value of life experience. A job like that, you need a seasoned person. We know the meaning of words. Person, we get morality, we understand what's in a morality. Somebody, we get values, moral values. Somebody, we get level of decency. Somebody, we get the fear of God. You they do something, you they say some things where they hurt others. You not care. But wait, they feel to say what happened. Now the French Revolution not go happen in Sierra Leone. They feel to say what happened in the Russian Revolution.
Not happen in Sierra Leone. And now they happen in Sierra Leone.
It will happen because at the end of the day, me now one thing me believe in. Where you they suppress the masses, if you have a volcano, it reach a time where then go definitely explode. And when it explode, it not go funny. And if that is what needs to happen, me man, let it happen. Let us deal with this issue once and for all. Because
I go tell you one thing, Imran. The SLPP can cause war in Sierra Leone, but the other side of Sierra Leone can never cause a war. Go and think over that.
I know what you did, because I get my own views on that. But
now I make it. You see, Julius Madabio, he will continue for succeed for destroy that country until thy kingdom come. Until Sierra Leoneans learn one thing. That is, don't associate because somebody is your relative or your friend. Associate because whatever is happening is affecting you.
In which I find really funny that the fact that
Sierra Leoneans, they associate for things then whether to their disadvantage and they're happy about it.
Yeah, then they glorify them.
You see them, you're not able to eat 3 meals a day. You see them, you're not able to rent a decent house. You see them, You know, able pay transport for go work every day. You see them, you don't even know what thing will be the future of you picking them or if you get picking them. But they dance and clap for nonsense.
You
And
know,
that's not only with the SLPP, it's across the board. That's why when they say, and they say, politicians will continue to succeed in Sierra Leone to do crap.
I mean, they talk to a young
Until the people then wake up, say, no, we've had enough of this. We don't want war, but let us stop being emotional about the people we elect into governance.
waiting I they say na yeah, it really, really they trouble me, but I will say I'm anyway. You see, we don't allow the people there forget to go with mother. And not to just mother you, all the politicians in the past and present. But they make inquiry in Sierra Leone. Then convict Tijan Kaba in his absence. They say no forever hold public office, then can they make it be president?
Yes.
He come back to this business, you know, they follow instructions. You know, because when you set them standard there, you know, madam, you have to wait thief.
Now you are talking. Now you are talking.
I come back like I can make a president with a
Now you are talking.
with a recycled stupidity. You know, you see, man, you see.
Now you are talking. Now make when they talk about French Revolution, I say not the peanuts.
You know, that man thief. He left the country. He brought them talker when he can write the constitution. Now India and CV for go get now India a reference.
Not him. Nah, CP4.
Well,
CP4, I can't like you the background. I know the background. When Tijan Kaba left Salon Consider England, then we don't see enough for no public office. He can fall in love with Patricia Tucker. Patricia was then a young lawyer, and she had this knack for be progressive. She got a job as United Nations voting self. Why see they work there? I enforced Tijan Kaba for go study law. By then, Cyril Patrick Faure was the foreign minister of Sierra Leone under Shaka Stevens. CP Faure and Patricia Cabana cousins them. Okay? So Patricia talked to him cousin, say, but they help this me man. He don't study like a recommendation. They made the recommendation. It's not wrong. It's normal. Now networking.
Well, I tell you, but that Monday where you talk about, so the one we can sell with embassy now.
Not to inshallah.
You know, well, now be the ambassador now.
He was the high commissioner when that happened, but not
that man, I be principal at Sierra Leone university. Man, where now one of them one and they would talk for say they are the intellectual class, but the man, the way he perform, the way he behave when he gets chances. In fact, that man not ever make a real identity. Me later that he didn't tell me where we be waiting. I be get for go do a program at the embassy. And they say, who are the? Me that listen to me. Who are the ambassador at the Salon embassy now? Now I see na CP4. I say, now CP4. He said still up politics. I say, he said this man not they ever talk about him mama side. Like papa side no where they talk about. And which him they say one no. Now he say, you know say that man now we family them. Now I say, what do you mean, papa? Now I say that man papa na roro, mama na roro chimney, na then ture, mama na ture. And That is the beauty of we country diversity. And a mix where almost every Sierra Leonean gets. Now make people like come out. Oh, me not this, me not that. It is difficult for them to get a pure breed Sierra Leonean. We go talk about a pure chimney from 3 generations go on. It's not possible. We all mix up. We now assorted drinks. Inside we get Pepsi, you get 7-Up. Inside the case, you get Fanta, you get Miranda, you get Top. You get all kind of drink, color drink inside. And that is the beauty. Wait for them to hold we together. But even that, we're important to we didn't neglect them. Then we they believe stupidly say, me na pure mende man. Make one pure mende man tell me 3 generations backwards.
Who is a pure mende?
Make team the man can make any team the man.
I want to answer this question.
3 generations.
I want to answer this question, sir. Who is a pure mende? Who is a pure timini?
The way when they try to talk, they talk like considering a pure breed.
What do you mean by pure?
Waiting, then they try for waiting, then they try for waiting, say, Mama Timney, Papa Timney, Grandpa Timney, Timney, this Timney. No, that is
why I asked that question there.
That is not the case with me, Sierra Leone.
Do you know why I asked that question?
Talk to me, Papa, talk to me. That's why we are here.
Timni and Mende are trade languages.
Of course.
Okay? They are not tribes. Just like Cree, you cannot say Cree is a tribe. They are trade languages. Mende never existed before the 18th century. Konyaka, Vai, Kuru, Galines, Kisi, with Bandi, who they call Loko, now the north.
Yeah.
Now the mix where you get this language we call Mende. Timini, they came earlier and settled with the Bolom and the other people them. The Jalonka come, then joined them na the coast. A mixture and a culture developed where all them 3 people, they get the same usages. The Bolom, they call a man Langbai. The Timni say all Langba. The Bolom, they say Bami Sakao. Bamui Sakao. The Timni man, they say one Sekel. Oh yeah, Sekel. The Soso man, they say Nambara Soto. The man say Ipo Soto Nambara. These are social growths. You know, why I asked you that question, you know what problem na Sierra Leone? We want to go to heaven, but we don't want to die.
And you get for die, you.
You know at the heaven we want? We want bliss and prosperity, but we don't want to acquire knowledge. God is knowledge. God has never used a material thing. He has only used knowledge to create everything. And the material thing, we don't put before everything today. Now the spirit and the mind of God create them. Knowledge is a spiritual and mental process.
Yep.
If you don't have it, you don't have anything in this life. Now lack of knowledge, now part of the problem.
Well, we don't need to tell them now. We say.
Not we get for Imran, I want to let you understand this. It's not today's problem. When I was going to school, I was a member of a literary and debating society.
Yeah, so was I.
Where they talk about issues. One of the most popular topic, learning is better than silver and gold. People will argue about silver and gold. That man at Boajibu, who used to take diamonds and make it into Lugron stone, never knew it was diamond because he didn't have the knowledge. A Catholic priest came to Boajibu in 1928 and saw it, took the stone, they sent it, they tested it, and it was diamond. It was announced that it is diamond. The first diamonds ever found in Sierra Leone is in Boajibo. From then, Saloma, they go find diamond. We left learning. We'd always put the cart before the horse.
That's always the case. That's what has been our problem.
We disrespect the nature of God. Though they go make hypocrites, they go pray to them.
I have told people in my audios, not today, not yesterday, I don't tell them, see, then tribes they are, now business tribes, or you could call them political tribes. That is the Mende, the Timini, and the Creole. And Sierra Leone will not get any POP in Sierra Leone.
Do you know what is common amongst them? Do you know what is common amongst all the three of them?
Talk to us, sir. Talk to us.
All three of them have a Fulani Malinke connection.
Exactly.
You know, if we want to solve a problem in Sierra Leone, let we take one simple step. One simple step. Let we declare 1 month in Sierra Leone, let all man do DNA test. When I go find out, so all na fumble in that country, when I will left for misbehave.
Honestly.
And I misbehaviors alone.
Honestly.
Then there's I see.
You get bundu de na Sanda. You get bunduka de na the south. Bunduka bundu, same family. You get Kalonde na the south. You get Kaloko de Yanda na the north. You get the Kalon, you get the Kane. These are all the same people.
Na Malinke people them. And the Malinke then na Sierra Leone, we get 3 different sets of Malinkes. You get the Senegambian Malinke them when are the Sonenke. And they are the ones you can find mostly in the northern province. Now then get a name Fofana, Sise, Kanu, Mansari, etc. Those names you find in Senegal also. Jakite, Njai, Jawara. Okay? Sila, etc. In the southeast, you get the Konya.
Konyaka,
Konya Malinke. The Konya Malinke then come out from an area between Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, and present-day southern Burkina Faso. Then been get a kingdom there after Mali Empire collapsed, so then called the Kong Empire. And then the Konya then come out, then come into the forest region. But then meet another set of Malinke they will be done today. Where na Tiramak and Traore, una great grandpa, una then Ture. When I been the general of Sunjata Keita.
Yep.
Now I bring them there, he left them, they go north. Senegambia way not turn back again. That set of people, one set of them, he tell them, say, wait for me, I come. Makono, Ed Makono. These are the people you call Kono in Sierra Leone and in Guinea. They are Konos in Guinea. Okay?
Hey, brother.
You see, at the camp, I just finish this talk because these are the things we need to know. I'm not here to talk nonsense politics. All these politicians can go to hell. The intellectuals in Sierra Leone can go to hell too. Well, because they misdirect the country.
Yes, that's why they don't want the people to know these things. So that they will come together. Because you come together.
Don't let the people let them Jerry.
Go on. You have the floor.
The basic bloodline of Fulani Malinke exists in Sierra Leone. One, every ruling house of chieftaincy in Sierra Leone has Malinke and Fulani connection.
But
everyone.
Across north, south, and east.
Why? Because then people they been come, they came with certain skills where the local people they meet being respect and say, okay, una day before we. That's how they became the rulers. But today, the picking them of them rulers then they, because they've got so bloated with idiocy in their heads, they think they are demigods, so they should misuse their fellow human beings.
Mhm.
That's the problem Sierra Leone has today.
That's it. That's exactly.
And until the people get wise and begin to tell these guys, look, we are here on equal terms, we're all human beings, respect us and we respect you, that country not ever change.
And this aspect of them people there brought a skill, and most of these people brought education. They brought knowledge.
Well,
Not
education
the
is skill.
Waiting you talk. Yeah, education is not part of skill, you know. So they brought that. So they get Sabi, Master Sabi in them. So because of that, they were karmokos. Who are the karmokos? Kar and moko na teacher. Moko na banana cake pantimni. Car na for wait. That wait for
The sweet part.
the sweet. That is like when they talk about hey God, how do they call this thing here? Waiting that they serve you before you eat.
Dessert?
No, not a dessert, now after.
Protein.
Appetizer.
Appetizer.
The appetizer, you know, from prepare you. So it comes with the preparation. Now the people that when they prepare, so now that can give the advantage when they can rule, when they can get it, you know. So these are the things. But anyway, family, we're glad everything good thing must come to an end because now 11:45. We go to 12 o'clock. We get wonderful people that we participate. We get Mr. Konotri. We say our politics is about personalities and individuals' interests.
He wants it, so that's why it's going to be.
Ideology.
I don't want it so nobody can make my own politics that way. And I make a decision. They tell them how idiotic they are.
Yep. It's an ideology and a sustainable agenda. But all within
BS manifesto.
yes manifesto that's not tangible. Then Konotri go on, he say, based on the cybersecurity law and the terrorism law passed by parliament, Mr. Bio can be prosecuted based on
Adebayor, now they talk. He cannot be prosecuted.
you know.
The only thing is he cannot go to Sierra Leone now, but he cannot be prosecuted.
Eddie and Anne travel diaries in the UK, drug-related deaths have increased by 11% in 2023. Over 5,000 plus died in England. You see, so that's one of the reasons we made them people are not going to allow waiting they go on for continuing.
You know to make a more serious in Europe.
Mm-hmm. The proximity.
Unlike Sierra Leone that has a young population, Europe has an aging population. The reverse of Sierra Leone, they obtain in Europe. Over 55% of the people in Europe are in the pension age. So the small percentage of young people that when they come up, then governments and all these sit down people and can destroy their drugs. They will go to any extent to stop that. This drug issue, where you see UK, they pull this figure. You remember last year, the whole cocaine from Sierra Leone at one port in England, not so?
Yep. Na Liverpool.
They don't jail the people, they not so?
They don't jail them, yes. And nearly 3 years ago.
And right now, as we speak another case there on about cocaine from Sierra Leone.
The border, you know, Salon people can get for wake up because a lot of people feel to say this situation is an acute situation. It is not. It is chronic. All with problems now, Sierra Leone not get anything acute. With political problems are not acute. This with narcotic problem is not acute. With financial problem is not acute. Everything chronic.
Jacka Stevens, the man who fund them for win election 1967, he later found out he was involved in drug trafficking. He drove him at Salon. He drove him. He gave him 48 hours for left the country. So not until the drug business begin. But the point at issue is, As time they go, drug they infiltrate into the government and take over the government.
Well, you don't
Because the people them when they go into politics, now cheap idiots. They are very cheap. Some of them don't come from poor backgrounds. Some of them even have professions that can sustain them. But they are so cheap in their minds. And when you don't go into politics, after politics, you get what you eat till you die. You get what you eat till you die. The states they provide them. What in life for go mess yourself up for? You know, we go continue this fumble them. I see today we get a lot of people that they listen to we. Una welcome the new people them when na today first una can listen to the nonsense what they talk. Me no the nonsense they talk. And they talk and deliberately. Jesus Christ, we been there alive now nonsense he be they talk. Now I make una kill on the cross. Now they go big pastor for making recognize una. Prophet Muhammad, we been there alive now nonsense he be they talk. Pastor he run away go Medina.
Yeah, he go exile.
Yes. So this is human nature. The truth is always difficult for us to understand.
Bitter. American.
But some people have to say it, and we shall say it. We are here to preach the truth. We are here to bring to the public those facts that you don't know. And those facts are not only about politics, it's about our social, our historical, even with economic connections. What can be done to take us out of poverty? We will bring people here to come and discuss it with us. And the people that hold the cow, not to the hand they hold the count, oh no. When they come, we give them a systematic fact. Say, if we take this step, we go to this step, we go see this result. Let's go and try it. Yeah, we know they talk manifesto. We they talk roadmap. What should be done to take us out of poverty? Would I not subscribe it? Please subscribe, like the video, share it so that other people will benefit from this pool of knowledge. God used knowledge to make the world. Now I make una religious books, then they tell una say, he used the word. Not to so Christian then say. The Quran then say the prophet, one angel or whatever been tell Muhammad for read, not to so. Now the word. The word is the knowledge. It is only the knowledge that will allow us to see the truth. And the truth will bring trust. That is what is going to set us free in Sierra Leone. We go cause Adebayor until thy kingdom come. That guy is the biggest idiot who don't put in a state house, and he will continue to be that.
The balloon will continue for the day until we boss him.
Yeah.
And me want to tell people and before
rather than we concentrate on Julius Adebayor, let we concentrate on what we go do for change what in the happen. And change no means a pass to take cutlass and gun go fet. Everything in this life is within us. We have the power. If we use that power properly, the external will change. I make the law of nature as it is written in the Tribalism say, as within, so is without. As above, so is below. Everything comes from within us. Even the Christians, when I say and the Bible, I don't know if it's John or Luke, somebody asked Jesus, who say heaven? They say heaven is within you. As within, so is without.
And Jesus,
as we think, so we become.
And Jesus also tell the Samaritan woman that's exact.
Now the quote so.
Yeah.
The quote so. So now we get for change with destiny. We have the power to do it. But if we are not ready to do it, it will never happen. And some of who don't they carry age on go, they go so. And me, I don't give up, shall not they go salon. Now me, they go let me not treat it, beat me. No wonder.
For me, they go, waiting I want to tell me, fellow brother and sister them. We get for come to the realization, say, this myth what we get in a one person in rule country. In fact, we not get rulers there anymore, we get leader there. Now, na Sierra Leone right now, na ruler did it. Because it is ruled by decree. If you don't put the constitution, from where you can have power, you don't put the constitution aside. You know the follow them, you know the read them, you're not interested in them. They do as you wish. That's the decree. It is ruled by decree. But I want makes a lot of people know for say we are all leaders. Everybody is a leader. We are all a driver. And when you drive, you know they looking at ground. You look before you. Foresight. We now pay attention where we are going. Anybody call you or whistle you where they drive, don't pay attention to them. Now we look before. Matter be the whistle we.
I get that now on a boss there in England. I not been watch for and the last year I go there. Yeah, then put notice. AK for stay as chauffeur. Don't disturb the driver.
Don't talk to the driver. No, you cannot. You know, it's a no. So, Unala will not make any politician disturb who they drive. Unala will focus for the modus operandi, where we want to go, within our plan, within our roadmap. Any country where they better, any mortal man where they better get plan.
Yeah. If you get roadmap.
If we are really serious, this is not time for spend all your time to look at the mirror where they drive. The mirror is small. For level one term, a reference point. You look behind quick. You focus before. Not to behind if you go. Now before you go. And that's make the windscreen 10 times bigger than the mirror. Because now before you get for focus. And in the car environment, the politician enter the mirror. We allow focus on the windscreen. Now that's not the problem now in the country. We always they look at the mirror. They look behind. The politician, it only make una go behind. And before we want go, we allow we focus on the windscreen. Do ya the family. Now we come, now we go. As Salakokin say, today we say Salon people and for begin couple sense. We not couple word.
Before change. Now begin ask questions. Now begin learn new things. That is the only way we can go forward. And some of us are ready to assist in that process. What would they do so? Not for personal gains. Now I make even the idiots, they are not encouraged them for talk to me too much. Let not say, Bamba, if I get power, I go. I don't want your office. Keep your office, please.
You sabi Johnny Nash.
Right.
You sabi Johnny Nash record. There are more questions than answers.
Yes.
Good song. Now we know more.
We ask questions.
We get for
one of the questions we'll get for ask. Now for make we remove ourselves from this barrier we don't create. This na Mende, this na Creole, this na Timni, this na Limba. But they are all they meet them find woman.
This na Muslim. This na
they come. We can meet find that way be young. We meet find woman at treaty. They ask house try baby.
Oh man, for couple. Oh man, for couple. It's me. I still young. I don't know about you.
Oh me, I don't mix again.
Me, I still young. I don't know about you.
I don't mix again. I get great grandpikin. Let me go meet up a woman.
Timni man na village say, come on for police. That's me to say, make you talk the first person.
And the police I don't tell you.
The man when I go school, they say you do the first person.
Bamboo them on a good night. Una thank you for listening to it. This one, any sound and say, what in the night in day. Una bye bye. We go talk Monday.
We pledge love and loyalty to be country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama Salo, we let we salo. At this we land we love, we not for make and for. We let we salo. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We there, we just a try. This year don't come up and dry eye. Then they thief the money, then they fly. They London, they Dubai, then they buy. We there, we just a try. But this year don't come up and dry eye. We pledge with love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we day, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make and fall. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make and fall. We let we salute.
For the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. I guess I carpets, Gaman Keraka, Gaman Koneka, Gaman Keraka, Chamucham, Mama Monica, Kaipom, Gaman Koneka, 2%. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. It's a witch. For the wreck the country, for the wreck the country. And they go and big back. Shep. The people that they gen. Then I go shem. They make me put the chicken in the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. And the future forgive them best scripture. They make me put the chicken in the picture. Now we hope for today and the future. Don't forgive them best scripture.
We pledge love and loyalty to we country salute. My how we day, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. But this we land we love. We not for make and fall. We let we salute.
We let we salute. I say no place like home. I like it, I can talk them, I like it, I can fight them. Oh no, who go speak for the voiceless? Oh yeah. The system they broken is lawless. Then they use the power for oppress. Mama cry for the picky where them put to rest. These streets they red like the sunset. Oh yeah. Bodies that fall, but we not forget. The women them cry, them pain at the silence. Who go fight for justice in this violence? Our leaders were the love for the nation. Why you not they bring with tribulation? Them they kill with dreams with oppression. Sierra Leone, we need salvation.